Hiya, it's your girl again. It's Solidad. I'm here. I'm back. I missed you guys so much. Yeah, I know you guys also missed me, but don't worry. I'm here. Okay, I'm here with a lot of gists, back-to-back stories, and a whole lot more. But wait. You're forgetting one thing: the notification button. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget once again the notification button. Today I have a wonderful guest, but here we are going to take a short break. Then we'll come back. But don't forget also, our topic today is communication. How do we communicate with other people? Do we find it easy? Do we find it okay? Do we find it this way or that way? We're going to find out very soon. Hi guys! It's me, Solidad, the new face on this show. The shows in which you guys knew us catching up with Kayla is now Katch Ups. I'm going to be talking about my views and the views of the people around me. We're going to be talking about things that affect we teens, like perfectship, entertainment and movies, being a child model, like you, being a child model, and many more. So make sure you don't miss a chance to catch up with me. Bye! Hello, I'm back again. Yeah, I know. I told you that I have a wonderful guest. Yes, and I have her right here. But like, hold your horses. I'm still going to introduce her, but like, the camera is on me right now. Don't go there. So, I already told you that our conversation here today is going to be communication. Yeah. How do we find it? Do we find it okay? Do we find it difficult? No, someone like me, communication is difficult. But let's go to her and ask her whether communications, like having a communication with other people, is easy or difficult, or like, is it okay? Yeah. So now my guest here today is Jessica Akrugu. Dear Jessica, how is life? How is everything? How is school?
School is fine. Life is okay, apart from stress, because learning all the time.
All the 10 subjects, like adding 2 more. How do you actually cope with that in school?
Well, it's stressful, but when you have to achieve a goal, you tend to work towards
Nothing actually backs you down on that. So then you're actually forgetting one particular one. What about the boys' day? Like, what's going on with them?
I mean, it's SHS, so I mean, you have to have a little bit of fun and
okay, she has gotten me there. Like, which kind of fun are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? I actually want to get in on this one of yours.
I mean, maybe a little bit of choking then there, but not too much. And I mean, you can choke, but don't forget about the reason why you are here.
Okay, yeah. Like, at least you've already said it. We are here to actually make friends and then to actually have that vibe with people, not being alone. Yeah. So, well, as you already know, our topic today is communication. So, how is communication in your school, your whereabouts, dormitory? How do you actually vibe with people?
It's fine. Communication, if I already know the person, I find it's okay to talk to the person. But if the person is new to me, then it's very hard, because I'm the type of person that I can't approach you to talk to you unless you approach me before I'll be able to talk to you. Because I feel like if I come to you, maybe you might reject me or be like I'm low class, or like I'm not your type that you want to talk to.
Okay. So what if that person is actually an open person, whereby it's like he or she is kind of like open to anyone who will come to him or her just to talk, or like just build up that friendship, that vibe? Would you like actually go close to the person and then have that conversation?
If I find out that maybe the person works with people that's like, I also work with people that I find that like they're able to communicate better, like they are fine, they're not rude or anything, then I can try and maybe talk to the person.
Okay. So now we are taking it outside of school. Do you find it cool, like, to actually tell your parents anything of yours that is bothering you? Or like, is it like, I can't tell mommy and daddy because like I'm scared? Yeah. How is it?
For me, like, most girls are like, they tend to tell their mom everything. But me, in my case, I tend to tell my dad everything because he understands me better. If I tell my mom certain things, she might be like, this, or let's say a boy asks me out. I can tell my dad about it. He will be like, oh, it's normal. But if I tell my mom, she might think like like I don't know how to say it, but then she might be like, maybe at this I'm too young for this and that. Yeah.
That's when they start to bring in all the olden day stories.
Yes.
So like do you actually kind of get that motivation that sometimes you have to actually tell mommy because daddy is not having menstruation as you. Yeah. But like here lies the case, mommy is actually going through what like normal girls go through. So like do you actually feel that urge to tell mommy that, oh mom, I want to tell you something, but I don't know how to tell you because of your like the way you behave. Like, do you get that reaction like almost every time?
Yeah, actually I do. But then when I think more about it, I'll be like, nah, mommy's reaction, it's not going to be good, so I should just keep it to myself.
Are you usually that person who kind of like who always voices out, even though you know that like what you're about to say is wrong or right, but you still want to voice it out, like in your classroom? Do you actually voice out?
Sometimes, yeah. But some people don't like it. I mean, the truth always said when you talk, like when someone is doing the wrong thing and you tell the person will not like it. The person might tend to like not talk to you again or hate you or might think you are rude or to know, something like that.
Okay. So that means that like sometimes even if you know that it's right, you want to actually keep it to yourself because you know like you might feel that people in your classroom might be like, oh, Charlie, you can show off too much.
And
like you can do this too much.
Avoid all drama, all those drama.
But like don't you actually feel that when you actually voice it, like when you actually voice out, it rather helps you than actually bringing you down. It helps your like inner spirit to be more free because you have this on your mind and you say it. Yes. So like because of that, on my like thoughts, I feel like people cannot actually bully you that much because they know that your small things you say it. Yeah. So what do you think about that one too?
Let's say maybe you have done something and I told you that for the first time I told you that you shouldn't do that or the way you did it wasn't good and you still decide not to listen to me. Next time when you do it, I'll forget about it. Like I'll do as if I didn't even see you doing it or anything because I told you and you don't want to take it, so I'll just leave you alone.
Okay. So now here is the case. Because of the way our parents, African parents, behave like towards the way especially we girls talk to them or say some things towards them, do they actually support your aspirations on some of the things you say or some of the things you are willing to do in your like in your near future life? Yes. Like do they actually support those aspirations of yours?
Yeah, they do. My friends are all about chasing your dreams. Do whatever makes you happy. That's what they're all about. They don't care about the money or whatever it is. Do what makes you happy.
Oh. Because like in our society of today, African parents will tell you, my daughter, my son, make money. Like money is their like main goal. They don't actually mind. Some parents don't actually mind how much, like how you get there, but all they want is my son or my daughter is making money. So like, how would you put it out to those parents to like? How would you tell them to actually let their children follow their dreams and to follow money?
If because of money you're going to take away your child's happiness, then I mean, let it be. Because like let's say your parents are forcing you to be a doctor and you don't want to do it. You might be doing, but you not do the thing well. You not do it through with passion because you're not passionate about it. Yeah. You're just doing it because your parents force you to do it. That's the only reason why I do. But if you're passionate about your work, you do it whether money is coming or not. You don't care. You're just doing it because of the passion that you have.
So what about those children who tend to say it and then they're like the parents are like, no, my decision is final. Like you can't change it. Mine is mine. You can't do what you want because I am your parent. Do you think the children should actually stand up and then say what's on their mind? So that even if their parents are still saying it, they've already said what's on their mind.
They should stand up and say it. And it's better than saying it. So later on you don't regret it and be like, oh, why didn't I say this when I had the chance to do so?
Okay. So are you that kind of person who is shy to communicate with your own classmates even though you've been in the same class with them for a very long time?
If you're in the same class, you see SHS divided into like different courses and everything. Like my class here, I talk to everyone. I'm able to communicate with everyone. But maybe the science class, for instance, not everyone, because like I can't get to leave my class and go to another class and go and talk to you. Like, you know, I don't have that time.
Okay. So with our parents and then peers like this, do you think it's actually better for us to just keep quiet? Like whenever they are like, oh yeah, we are having a conversation, a group, like you see in our SHS like life like this, we like having communications, always having this kind of group fun. Do you think some people should actually deviate, or they should actually enter, so that at least they'll also be recognized as people of the society?
If you want to enter and they are willing to accept you for you, then fine. Don't let them force you into it. The fact that maybe you're being alone, you're working alone, doesn't mean you're alone. If that's how you want to live your SHS life, then so be it. But if you want to join those clubs and associate with them, so like one day when you leave SHS, you can also brag and be like, oh, I was part of maybe the Akata gang, like, you know, something like that.
Okay. But the thing is, here that is the case. Some people actually think being a loner in especially senior high schools is the best way for not getting any bad influences from like our peers like this. Like 21st century peers, baddest group. Yes, but like, what can you say about that?
You never know who you can trust. The person closest to you can hurt you the most, can betray you. Like, just you never know. In all, like, you have to move past everything. You have to still try and find the ones that will be there for us.
Okay. So let me see, you're trying to say that even as a loner, you can actually still get the vibe, but that means like you don't have to call them your friends.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, something like that. I mean, at least you have to get people that maybe when you need something, you can ask them and you know that they will give it to you. Yeah. Maybe an assignment or something that like, oh, you know that this assignment, I can't do it on my own, so I need someone. But if you're alone and you don't talk to anybody in the class, how are you going to get this apart from you going to teachers? And so you can't do it. Let's say projects were group work, like, and you are added to a group that you don't vibe with. How are you going to voice out your opinion on certain things?
So then what about the shy people? Like, how do they get along? How do you feel like they get along? Because like there are people who are extremely shy. Where is the case? They are put in like a boarding school like ours. How do you think they actually cope? How do they get into the new environments? Everything.
Some shy people, like when they get a friend who is always there for them, the shyness level reduces a bit, because like you get to talk to people like someone who is not that shy, talks to them, educate them, like so they're not to be shy of certain things. And when they tend to work with a person a lot, they tend to adapt to
the person's behavior. Okay.
Some of the positive behaviors.
Okay. So thank you, Jessica Akugu, for being on my dearest show. Yes. Viewers, you've heard everything she has to say. Like sometimes communication is one of the best things we ever need, especially in senior high schools. Yes, and then we also need to communicate with our parents on things we like and we do not like. Things that actually are good for us and then things that are actually good for them. We always need to put out our views and then expressions to them. Otherwise, they will never know anything about us. Someone like me, like I would have kept for a long time. But that is the case, I am here, I'm talking. So thank you for watching me and I'll see you next time. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification button because I'm going to be reading everything. So I'll see you next time. Bye.